Hi, welcome to Don's Manufactory. Well, hey, I got a little story to tell. So, in the last video, I got the door painted, and so it came time to mount that sucker, and I could not find the plates that go in the A-pillar. And I spent a whole day ransacking the garage, the shed, the basement. I could not find those plates. So I finally gave up, ordered a new set. In the meantime, that cold snap came through. We had, freezing temperatures, freezing rain and sleet. And then it warmed up, 40-mile-an-hour winds and 3 inches of rain in 24 hours. So I had water in the basement, down there where all my Mustang parts are. So I was down in the basement cleaning up and picking up all the water and everything. And hey, guess what? There's those 2 plates sitting on the floor. I must be getting really old and tired. Amazing how fast you can get that door in and adjusted once you find them door right parts. Woohoo! Looks good. Really solid door close, even though there's no weather strips on it. Passenger side fender, it's only got a single line stress crack, but I gotta fix that. It's got a stress crack in the same place that the driver's side one did. And my little modification here for the electric antenna, I'm going to change this mount so I can have a full rubber mount down here at the bottom so it doesn't make as much noise. Something I was thinking I got to do too is replace these rubber goodies. See, this one's all smashed, doesn't have any thickness left. I think I just have some stock rubber that I can just cut into a square and knock a hole in the middle, and I'll just put it on there. Got the paint stripped off the fender. It's got just the usual things. Rust down along here where the molding rubs the paint off, and just the occasional ding here and there, just regular stuff. I think I might work the fender here a bit, roll this fender lip in here, wheel well lip. So that's what the escutcheon looks like. I just welded a washer onto the top here. That was back in '87. And this is a Eldorado antenna, and that's how the escutcheon looks. I just have to redo the body filler around there to smooth out the welds. So it tucks in really close. See? So it fits right in there without interfering. So it's a pretty good setup. I'm hoping. I got a new spaghetti and mast coming for this. I hope it's the right one. It says it is. But, they're promising on the internet, and what does that mean? Yeah, nothing. This is what the aftermarket antenna looks like. See, it leaves a little nub. It's not near as flush as the Cadillac one, which I definitely like. I'm missing the plastic escutcheons for it to set the angle and all that. But it's a smaller unit in here all the way around and has the relay already as part of it. So I don't necessarily like the maintenance of the relay hanging out here, but the antenna would probably quit first. I don't know. Anyway, so there's that possibility to get the antenna back in here. And why am I doing all this? Oh, I don't know. Back in the day, there were a couple of considerations. One was to get rid of the Doppler distortion from FM reception. FM signal bouncing around the buildings downtown make the FM stations kind of go fuff, 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 like that. But if I ran my antenna down to get rid of the weaker reflected signals, then I picked up the radio station without all the noise. So this is what I did. I just decided I would use the antenna up and down depending on what reception area I was in, and I could get perfect FM reception. I don't know, his radio's a big deal right now. I mean, if it didn't make a difference. But that was my main reason for doing it. The second reason is, hey, it takes 2 horsepower to push that antenna through the air at 60 miles an hour. So at the end of the quarter mile, it's maybe taking 3 or 4 horsepower to get that antenna to go down to the end of the strip. And I thought, well, it solves 2 problems at the same time. Anyway, that's the story. I'm sticking with it. It turns out some of these rust pits were pretty deep, so I went ahead and touched them with some weld. I'll leave the rest of these, it'll be okay. But those ones that were almost all the way through, I wanted to take care of those. So I worked this little spot right here, which is actually a wrinkle caused by the antenna bracket that I put in there back in '87. So I took the bracket off and worked this dent out of it. It's still got some hoop-de-doos, but it'll take just a little bit to get that. Then over here, there was a dent right here. It was behind the bumper, so I just left it there last time. This time I decided to work it. It'll take just a smear of filler to fill that. And there was a dent right here on the curve that I took care of. I don't think I really need to do anything more with that. So there you go. That's what I'm doing so far. I took this bracket off, antenna bracket off, and I'm going to just put drill a couple of holes here and put a piece of metal in the back with nuts on it and spot weld it in. And then that will be where the bracket bolts to. And then depending on which antenna I use, I'll have a suitable mount here, and I can keep going with the paintwork on the fender, and I don't have to wait for the antenna parts to get here. So there's the inside all cleaned up. Looks pretty good. Got this all cleaned up. We're going to take that bracket off. Welded all of this up. So now, I mean, it's still got some little rusties, but I'm not going to weld them all. I just welded up the deep ones, and it looks pretty good. I got all my welding cleaned up there. Here's my bracket, where my bracket's going to mount. That was my cure for the antenna problem. Now I don't have to wait. Just about to start shooting. Thought I'd just show you where I was on the bodywork. Ended up, filling in all the little pits and everything down here, and a little bit of warpage when I did the welding. The bracket dent there. There was one little door ding there. And there was a little dent right there. Another little dent that I left alone last time that was behind the bumper. And then there was a dent right here. And then around the antenna hole that I welded up. And of course, the ubiquitous little hoop-de-doos right here in the close to where the door is. Yep, induction time. She is shut in epoxy. Waiting for it to flash off. Actually, I need to let it set up for about an hour, and then I can put the high build on there. But it's already 10 o'clock, so I don't know, maybe. Okay, 3 good coats of high build primer. It actually looks really good. Naturally, it covers up all the little scratches. And you can't even see where the body filler is. All the dents are gone. It really looks good. Happy New Year, everyone. Now I can go get ready for the New Year's celebration. Woohoo! It's 10 minutes till midnight.